Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm from London. Are you guys okay? Just keep staring at me like I just put my dick in your drink. It's all right. So I'm very, very tired. I'm very, very jet lagged and very disorientated, but it's fantastic to be back here in Pakistan. Not drinking tonight because 2 days ago in the West End of London I got so trolleyed that not only do I not remember which club I came out of, I don't know how the hell I got home, but thank God I drove slowly. Don't know if you guys have ever driven an ambulance before. It's not as easy as it looks, especially with 2 people in the back of it just moaning all the way back. You know, saying things like insulin, insulin. And I'm going, I don't know where that is, mate. I'm going to Chiswick. Some of you are laughing, but I sense some resistance in the room. I'm here to tell you now that I will break you. Please don't make the mistake of taking any of this seriously. It's all in the spirit of dark, twisted fun. If you want to be upset, have a look at the world in which you live. A man the same colour as a Satsuma is running America. Donald Trump, a man who's such a dick, I'm pretty sure when he takes Viagra he gets taller. I didn't really like Donald Trump till he started putting Mexican kids in cages. Once again, I feel resistance in the room. Let's be honest, Mexican kids are annoying. Cages seem to be the right receptacle to put them in. They restrain movement but give them adequate ventilation to live. Wow, you guys are pretty sensitive, aren't you? Okay, I'll tell you why I really like Donald Trump. Brace yourselves. I like Donald Trump because he's pro-waterboarding. Do we all know what waterboarding is? Yeah, a form of torture which they say is cruel and barbaric. But to be honest with you, the first 2 litres are actually quite good for you. It's your recommended daily allowance. These people live in a desert. You guys are putting up a hell of a fight with this material, I'll give you that. I know what it's like to be in a difficult situation. I have a wife stroke hostage at the moment. A situation I feel is fraught with danger. I'm a married man who used to be happily married, but I've matured. I see right through it, because marriage promises quite a lot, doesn't it? Friendship, companionship, occasionally some sex, but in the end, marriage is part endurance test, part quiz. Sometimes I think to myself, you know, one of these days I'm going to answer one of these questions correctly. I win a holiday for 2 in the Bahamas. Sometimes I feel myself driving past B&Q and I always think the same thing, a plastic sheet, a shovel and some gaffer tape. This could all be over in about. You're laughing like you know exactly what I'm talking about, mate. We have a fellow serial killer in the room. Like your style, mate. Is anyone here? Do you know what? I tell you why I'm saying this, because I have a wife who specialises in asking me questions where I genuinely feel there should be a lawyer present. There's always some sort of trick involved. There's always some sort of twist in the tale. I always feel like some mafia kingpin been interviewed by the authorities. She's always going, how old do you think I look? I cannot answer that question. On the grounds I might incriminate myself. Do you think I'm fat? I can neither confirm nor deny that. Do you love me? No comment. At the moment, she's criticising my hugging technique. She thinks it's too violent. She feels threatened. And I will admit they only do it at night, from behind, focusing on the neck area. Are you enjoying this, madam? It's accurate, isn't it? Yeah. Mate, if you want any the relationship tips here, the secret of hugging is to give the illusion of care. while still getting valuable sports results off the television behind it. Because wherever you go, if you're in a relationship with women, you love a hug, didn't you? Don't you? Women always want to be gripped for no apparent reason. She's always going, hold me. Oh, for God's sake. Then reassure me, soon you'll be dead and this will all be over. So it's very nice to be up here in Liverpool. You guys all right? It's a tough life, isn't it? It's a hard life. You can probably tell by my cheery attitude that I don't last very long in job interview situations. Here's what I know about job interviews. Correct me if I'm wrong. When you go for a job interview, you can't really say what you really think, can you? You know, and they sit there and they go, so why do you want the job? And you sit there going, who the hell wants a job? None of us want jobs. We have to get jobs. It's the only way to legally get hold of money without robbing people, isn't it? I went for a job interview once. Bloke says to me, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? I said, having a cup of tea and a tuna sandwich. He goes, how'd you work that out? I said, because it's lunchtime now. I'm not really an expert, but I'm pretty sure in 5 years' time, it's going to be lunchtime, isn't it? I can't believe you're in charge, mate. I want to punch you in the face out of general principle. The hardest job I've ever had is working at reception at West Middlesex Hospital. It was the longest 37 minutes of my life. I got sacked day one, hour one. See if you think this is unlucky, right? I'm working at reception in the hospital. Guy rings up, he goes, can I have the results of my autopsy, please? I said, don't you mean biopsy? He said, no, I want the results of my autopsy. I said, yeah, I got them right here. Apparently you died of complete and utter stupidity. It's a tough life. Do you know what? Once I went for a job interview, this bloke said to me, read this one, he goes, Sean, have you got any team building skills? I said, I took part in a gangbang once. I did, and I came first, and that's got to count for something. So I'm on the train on the way up here, and I've heard the most useless security announcement I've ever heard in my life. Have you seen this nonsense? See it, say it. If you see something unusual on the train, like a member of staff, a ticket office that may be manned, an announcement board that is actually accurate, tell us, and we'll sort it. What are you talking about? That announcement should be, sorry, delayed, cancelled. Because that's what happens an awful lot of time. I arrive at train stations and I'm sick and tired of being greeted with those apologies they always make these days for delays and cancellations. Because I don't know about you guys, but to me, they never really sound like that sorry, do they? They always sound a bit smug, those announcements. They always sound a bit to me like, bing bong, ladies and gentlemen, I don't really want to apologise. But here are the words anyway. That's not being sorry, is it? You try apologising to your girlfriend like that and see how far you get. She comes screaming into the kitchen. Where the hell's my Mars bar? Well, your boyfriend would like to apologise for the disappearance of the Mars bar in the fridge in the kitchen. This was due to me being stoned out of my head and too lazy to make a sandwich. There will be a Mars bar replacement service in about 45 minutes' time. So very, very lucky to be alive at the moment. So, honestly, I can actually hear some people going, this is all very funny, all this dark, twisted stuff, Shawnee, but do you have a hobby? Yes, I do. My hobby is ringing up British Gas to complain about the size of my bill. Because if there's something we can all unify on in this room, it's that we all hate the utility bill companies, do we not? What a bunch of charlatans. I particularly hate the estimated bill. What are you talking about? Here's how much gas we think you're going to use. What are you talking about? You don't get that from anyone else. Tesco's never ring you up and go, here's how much celery we think you're going to chew. Even drug dealers have never stooped that low. Here's how much gear we think you're going to smoke. Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, but we think you are. So you better pay up, sunshine. We'll come round here with a chisel. When I ring up British Gas to complain about the size of my bill, I don't argue, I don't negotiate, I just swear at them full blast for about half an hour. They're always sitting there going, who is this? You fucking know who it is. You lying, cheating, underhand motherfuckers. Gotta be honest, guys, ever since I've been doing that, not once have I ever had a reduction in my bill. But I get quite satisfaction from knowing I'll never be able to use the recording of that telephone call for training purposes. So the other day I'm on a Ryanair flight. You ever been on Ryanair? Sobers you up, doesn't it, being on Ryanair? It's the only time you ever listen to the safety instructions on a plane. I think I'm going to need every single piece of this information. What is wrong with the people on Ryanair? Half the passengers are trying to get in the overhead lockers. Knew I'd seen you somewhere before, sir. Now, my favourite thing on Ryanair is the safety card which tells you what to leave behind in the event of what they call an emergency landing and we all call quite a large crash. Got pictures of some luggage, leave your luggage. Picture of some shoes, leave those shoes. They've also got a picture of some teeth, which I assume were dentures. Can't believe they expect you to start pulling your own teeth out with a pair of pliers. I don't even wear dentures, but if I did and was on a plane, it was going down, I wouldn't take them out. And that's just me. Because I think the last thing you ever want to be is on a life raft with other passengers going, fucking hell, that was close. I mean, for a minute there, I thought we were in real trouble. I don't mind eating other passengers. You don't want to suck them to death, do you? This is a terrific venue, boys and girls. I hope you've enjoyed what I've done here this evening. Do come back and see us another time. Thanks very much indeed for listening to me. Have yourself a nice evening. Thank you.